this is the 2023 Coral-Eclipse.
And they're off in the Coral-Eclipse. And it was Paddington who won the break but does not press on, and it will be West Wind Blows who will now claim the lead and goes on in the hands of Jamie Spencer. West Wind Blows now by a length to Paddington, who's rated back in second. 2 lengths away, Emily Upjohn is in third, and Dubai Honour is at the back of the pack. He's racing at the moment about 4 lengths off the leader, who is West Wind Blows, as they race midway down the Sandown back straight. West Wind Blows and Jamie Spencer have the lead over Paddington and Ryan Moore in second position. The filly, Emily Upjohn and William Buick in third. Tom Marquand and Dubai Honour last of the classy quartet as they race now on inside the final 3/4 of a mile. And West Wind Blows has still got a lead of a length and a half over 3-year-old Paddington, who races in second position. Emily Upjohn, his shadow, in third. And at the back of the train is Dubai Honour as they go towards a halfway point in the 127th running of the Coral-Eclipse, and West Wind Blows has a 2-length lead over Paddington, who races in second. He has a break of a length and a half over Emily Upjohn, who races in third, and then a further 2 lengths to Dubai Honour, still last of the 4, and now the field turns for home. 3.5 furlongs to go in the Coral-Eclipse, and it's still West Wind Blows who has got the lead. The lead is a length and a half. West Wind Blows now being pushed along. Paddington has travelled well in second and now begins to close. Emily Upjohn now with 2 lengths to find on him in third. Dubai Honour still last, and they're racing now on towards the final 1/4 of a mile. West Wind Blows tries to hang tough, but Paddington sweeps on by, and Emily Upjohn now will come and join issue. A lead of a length for Paddington as they race now on towards the final furlong of the Coral-Eclipse. It's Paddington, the 3-year-old, to the filly, Emily Upjohn. A private party now between those two. Paddington has got a lead of a neck. Emily Upjohn tries, but Paddington is too good. The 3-year-old wins. Paddington has won the Coral-Eclipse. A record 7th win in the race for Aidan O'Brien. It was Paddington who beat Emily Upjohn in the 127th running of the Coral-Eclipse.
They said it was going to be a duel, and a duel it was. A fabulous duel. These two engaged in battle for... Aidan O'Brien is now the most successful trainer in the Coral-Eclipse, having won it 7 times, and it was a fine performance from Paddington to do so. The race, in your own words, Aidan?
Yeah, no, it went perfect. Exactly like Ryan said. He said he'd probably break early. He said Jamie's horse can be slow, and he said if he is, he'll probably take it off him after going a little bit. He said if he doesn't, he'll be happy to make his own running. So I think exactly everything like Ryan said, and I think what Ryan said, he was surprised how easy he went through the race and how easy he was doing it. When he gets there, he waits a little bit, but Ryan is very excited about him. He's a good bit heavier today than he was in Ascot, which was a little bit of a surprise to us, but didn't look it. Adrian rides him every day. I was delighted with him. Seamus rides him in all his work over the moon. Andrew was in charge of him. Michael led him up. So everyone was delighted with him since Ascot, and that's why we came here. I was a little bit surprised how well he done since Ascot and how well he came out of the race, but obviously he's getting quicker. When he's getting heavier like that, he's obviously getting quicker. So no, sure, Ryan gave him an absolute peach. There was 3 others in the race, which can be very tactical, but he was very confident going out. It didn't matter. He knew what he was going to do, whether he was going to be in front or behind or wherever, Lydia. So no, absolutely over the moon with him, really. And
that's a very good filly in second, and she laid down a very sturdy, persistent challenge.
Oh, absolutely. She's a very good filly, absolutely. And we saw her in Epsom, what she did, and when you have an older filly like that, they don't lie down, and we knew that she was going to be following us, probably. And Ryan probably got there, he said, earlier than he wanted it, but he didn't want to break his rhythm or disappoint him, which was 100% the perfect thing to do. So I don't think Ryan hit him even, did he? You know, I'm not sure, but he said he was just there and he was waiting, you know, so he was over the moon with him, really.
And that weight that you said that he's put on, is that tie in with the unusual progress you felt that he's made since Royal Ascot?
Yeah, it's unusual in a couple of weeks, you know, but I think that's what he's done with every run. He's progressed with every single run, the last morning he walked, Seamus rode him, and like he couldn't talk when he got off him, you know. And that's how aggressive and how quick he is, you know. So yeah, no, it's very strange, very unusual, but obviously he's a serious horse.
But very good at the same time. Yeah. Where do we see him next? Are you going back to a mile at the Sussex?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously the lads will decide that. We'll have a chat after a week or that with them, and then the lads will chat amongst themselves, and then they'll talk to Ryan. But I would say there's a good chance he could be back there. The plan was after Ascot was to go to the Sussex, but because he came out of the race so well, and John was so confident that the trip was not going to be a problem to him, so that's how he was here, and because he's striving so much, you know. So there's a very strong chance he could, but obviously they'll make their mind up in a week, I'd say.
And how about your season? It's just a tremendous season as ever, but is there any chance that you might be in with a shout for the trainer's title on this side of the Irish Sea?
Yeah, we don't ever look at that ever, and I really mean that, and it's always about the horses and to do the right thing by the horses, and then whatever will be, will be. And that's the way we approach every year, always. We don't make any big plans, we make plan for per horse, and then see do they stay on that plan. Some of them fall off of the plan, some of them come back on it, some of them stay on it, you know. So day by day, really, Liddy, but it's all about the horses always.
Well, the way you're going, it just might be. Many congratulations, Aidan. Well done.
Thanks, Lydia. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And Emily Upjohn. Now, I know you never like to hear this when you're finished second, but what a super eclipse that was.
Well, it was. It was. You know, imagine if one of them didn't fire and you had a sort of procession, a race like that. No, it was a proper. It was like a match race. She's run a blinder. Obviously, it's below her best trip, 1.25 miles, and he on the dam side got it well, as Mr. Magnus said he would. So look, it was a superb performance from both of them. She's a big unit. She stands 17.2, so she always was rather slow. She's awkward getting out the stalls, and she was last early on. Then he got her up at the third. So I think you've got to remember when you come in that straight, she's got to go nearly a length and a half to get level with the second, and she never quite got there. She battled all the way and did everything well. As I said in the press this morning, Lester Piggott always told me the 3-year-old has the advantage in the Eclipse and the King George at the weights, and you know, 7 pounds up that hill today. But she couldn't have run a better race. In wonderful performance. He's a gorgeous horse, very good looking, very laid back, the winner, Paddington. Really, really lovely horse, and a proper stallion prospect. So look, we're delighted with her. If she's in good form and happy and takes the race well, we'll look at the King George, and the year-end target is the Ark.
Okay, so despite the worries against the 3-year-olds again, King George nonetheless, which is great to hear.
Yeah, I think so. I think he looks the best of them to me.
Thank you very much. Best of luck here. It's the third Coral-Eclipse for Ryan Moore, who's won it before on Nottingham Cato and also St Mark's Basilica. Now he's won it on Paddington. Tactically, from your perspective, Ryan, can you explain how you won that, please?
I don't think tactics played any sort of a part. I think he was just the best horse on the day.
You said to me yesterday there's tactics in every race.
Yeah, but I don't think the tactics were the reason. He hit the gates well, and then west wind blows took it off us. We were into a good rhythm. I thought he travelled down to the 2 very easy, and he middle of the track at Sandown. He just waited a little bit, and very good mare. She came to him, and he found plenty, and he was always doing enough. I just think he's a real high quality colt. I think he's got a lot of pace, a lot of gears, and a lot of class, and you know, he's done nothing wrong. All he's done is go, you know, bar his maiden, his first run where he didn't turn up, but he's just improved and thrived, and yeah, I think he's a very legitimate high-class colt now.
Were you surprised that you were taken down the centre of the track, or was that a function of your very quick break and West Wind Blow's slightly tardier one?
Well, no, I mean, after watching the first 2 races on the round track, it was quite evident the middle looked better.
Yeah, it was true in the straight.
And I kind of had it in my head, I was happy to go there, and Jamie obviously felt the same thing.
Okay, and how much of a challenge was Emily Upjohn to you? I mean, you could obviously feel her on the outside.
Oh yeah, well, she was there from the furlong and a half and laid down a challenge, and she didn't quit, and neither did my fella. And you know, he's proved he's a very tough, durable horse. He's gone first day of the season in March. He's won a Tech Track in April, and Irish Guineas in May, Royal Ascot June, July. Like, you know, he's turned up, and he's given his best every time. So
I was mentioning to you yesterday that Aidan had said that he'd made unusual progress since Royal Ascot to here. Could you feel that today? Did that translate to the way he ran?
Yeah, be honest, every time I've rode him, he's come forward, but he's consistently all year he's shown us to be a good horse, and people saying, why did he start off in a handicap? It was just, he had that mark, and I don't think Aidan had done much with him. It was just nice to get him started without working him, and that was... It's not because no one didn't think he was a proper horse.
Oh, Aidan said it before with Group 1 winners.
Yeah, so anyway.
Finally, we were just talking with Aidan about where he might go next, whether it would be the Sussex Stakes or the International. Would you have any concerns now we've seen him put up that stellar performance over 10 furlongs about dropping back to a sharper mile for the Sussex Stakes?
No, not at all.
Short and sweet. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.